So this guy's donor area was just destroyed, right? Look at that. The guy didn't even take out, the doctor didn't even take out the grafts over here. It's just, he just partially, excised it. Oh man, what is this nonsense? Okay, it doesn't look right. And also, what the hell is this over here? What are these dye? Like, look at this. It's like he was testing out different punch hole sizes. And then he also says it also looks like there are grafts that were scored, but not removed. Shockingly bad. And this is just, a real failure. And I've heard a lot of, maybe Dr. Diep can defend himself, but I have heard a lot of bad things about his practice. Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at the subreddit hair transplants, capital H, capital T, respective to the words hair and transplants. And actually we're going to be looking at some pretty concerning stuff coming out of the United States of America from a doctor named Dr. Diep. So I don't understand how any of this is possible, right? This hair transplant procedure looks as if it was just completely, haphazard, right? Did this guy have to take a shit? Not the guy who got the transplant, but did the doctor have to take a shit in the middle of the hair transplant? Did he just get up and was like, oh, man, I forgot to use the bathroom, man. I'll be right back, right? And then maybe he was, in the shitter for a bit too long, and that led to, what this poor patient has to deal with. Because this is insane. This makes no sense. So before we look at the comments, we're just going to look at the photo gallery, right? So this is day one, the morning after the transplant, I'm assuming. And look at the donor area. Does anything look strange to you? To me, it looks like there are some follicles that were yet to be extracted from the donor, right? Like some partial extractions. Over here, for example, this doctor just really didn't do his job, right? And you can see the holes, maybe this is just me, right? But the punch holes are way too large. Just my opinion. I haven't seen anything like this. It looks really, really odd. It doesn't look right. And also, what the hell is this over here? What are these dye? Like, look at this. It's like he was testing out different punch hole sizes just randomly and created this unnecessary line. Like, look at that. That's insane. So this is in the donor area. So this guy's donor area was just destroyed, right? Look at that. The guy didn't even take out, the doctor didn't even take out the grafts over here. It's just, he just partially, excised it. Oh man, what is this nonsense? Okay, so this is the hairline the doctor made. This is day 4 after the operation, according to the patient of Dr. Diep. I guess this guy is in some real deep shit because, again, looking at the donor area, just depleted. The doctor just did some haphazard work. Honestly, very embarrassing. And he just butchered the guy. Like, this is, his donor is never going to be the same. It's destroyed. This is, I guess, day 6 after, the transplant. You can see the donor area. Like, look at that. Look at this. It's just depleted. Does this really look like what? How many grafts did he get? Yeah. I don't know. Let me check. There was another post I opened up. So over here, this is the hair restoration social network for patients. And this comes from the user that we were just looking at before on the hair transplant subreddit called No Impact 1657. I'm assuming this is the same user on the hair transplant or the hair restoration social network. This user is called Uncrustable, right? So same post we were just looking at. That user got 2,900 grafts, right? So going back, does this look like 2,900 grafts? I don't want to really zoom in too much, but I mean, maybe it is, right? It looks like he was a Nord 4, maybe Nord 3, Nord 4 maybe. And he's trying to restore back to like a 2. So let's see. Let's keep looking at okay, this is a better photo. Day 7. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can, the hairline does look a bit too edged, so to speak. Look at that. Okay. I think we're just going to focus on the donor area for the most part. Like, the follicles were depleted and the punch size was just too ridiculous. So this is the hairline before surgery. Okay. And this is the night of the surgery. So after the surgery was done. But I guess much of the drama regarding Dr. Diep's procedure on this particular user, No Impact 1657 on Reddit, as well as the same user being Uncrustable on the hair restoration social network, is the fact that, there were just so many things wrong with the donor, right? Big chunks of scalp missing. This is Melvin from the hair restoration network, the admin. And he criticizes this correctly. right? He says, quote, "The donor looks bad. It looks like extractions are too close together, leaving big chunks of scalp missing. This may lead to a moth-eaten appearance. It is possible that it gets better in the next coming months as more telogen hair grows back, but this is not good work at all." And then he also says, "It also looks like there are grafts that were scored but not removed. Shockingly bad." And Melvin might be a bit too optimistic, in my opinion. Maybe he's trying to give the guy hope, but nah, this isn't good at all. This is just, a real failure. And I've heard a lot of, maybe Dr. Diep can defend himself, but I've heard a lot of bad things about his practice, where a lot of people have been coming up with, butchered results where their donors are completely destroyed. Their hairline is completely destroyed. Like, people go in to get more hair in certain areas and they walk out losing their donor and losing their recipient areas, right? And also the peripheral regions around those areas as well. That's what I've seen from this guy's practice. You go to, and there will always be a patient that gets a bad result or an undesirable result of some kind. But it's just so strange to me, right? You're in the United States, you pay a shit ton of money to get a hair transplant, and you get screwed over, right? And he does have many success stories, right? So it's kind of weird how he has success stories where he does, seemingly, maybe it's him, where he does a really good job, right? We can look at his gallery where he does a really good job, but then when he does something wrong, where he does something poorly, he does a horrible job, right? It's like when he does a good job, he does a good job. When he does a bad job, it's really, really bad. And that's what I've seen personally on many posts. But you can see some photos over here, right? Like, especially his afro, hair texture transplant. And really, guys, I'm gonna be honest, although it's hard to extract afro hair, right? Once you extract it and you're able to lay it down, it's very hard for you to mess up the transplant, right? Especially if you're doing FUT and you can already see where the follicles are kind of curving underneath the skin, right? It's really hard for you to mess it up. I've seen, in most cases when people with afro hair go to like Turkey, or doctors that tend to quote unquote mess up on straighter hair types, they usually just get better afro results than they do for straighter hair types. So that's something I've observed. But yeah, he has some good results on his websites and in his photo gallery, of course, right? Like, this is a really good result over here. So I'll give credit where credit's due. Is this Kodak Black? What the heck? Huh. That's crazy. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm just making assumption. Wow. Maybe this guy really just does better afro results, because I'm seeing so many, better afro results here. In any case, if we're looking over here in straighter hair types, let's see. He does a good job, right? I'm just looking through the gallery. But yeah, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to show the good results, but at the same time, it's just kind of a stark contrast where this Dr. Diep can go from doing good results to horrible, horrible work. So hopefully this particular user is able to, recover. Maybe the donor area hopefully gets better, right? Maybe most of the hair grows back, and what he's experiencing after just purely, shock loss, severe shock loss. But yeah, sloppy work done by Dr. Diep. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Please make sure you scrutinize your hair transplant doctor. Honestly, I think No Impact 1657 probably did, decently scrutinize Dr. Diep, but I don't know. Like, this is, you never know when you're going to get butchered, right? It's tough for you to know. It just happens in some cases. Like, look at this, right? Like, man, look at the outline here. There's only so many things you can do, really, so you have to take a leap of faith. But yeah, this is horrible work. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully this guy gets a lawyer, and yeah, see you guys in the next post.